Phenomenal Disabilities with Trilo. On today's episode, we have guest Fidelis Karikus, who will be discussing about her activism and advocacy within the community, her career, and many more. So stay tuned. Well, hello, everyone. This is Phenomenal Disabilities with Trilo. On today's show, we'll be speaking with our guest, who is an activist and a member from the disability community. We will be discussing about what their contributions and their activism around the global world today. However, before we'll discuss where they are from, I'd like to introduce Fidelis Karikus. Fidelis, say hello to the listeners.
Hello, everybody. Fidelis here. I'm your guest today, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I go ahead and get immersed into this interview, I'm going to describe myself for my low vision guest. I am wearing a colorful hair wrap. It's a multicolors of pinks and I would say teals and oranges and so forth. I'm wearing like some tinted aviator with, I would say, yellow tints in them, wearing a black shirt, and behind me I have my Phenomenal Disabilities with the microphone with a mixture of colors of, I would say, purples and teal blues. And Fidelis, describe yourself.
Okay, for me, I'm wearing a black and white striped shirt, a red trouser. I'm on my long natural hair, sunglasses because of the eyesight issues. Yeah.
You look great. Oh, what I'm going to do is run through a series of these questions for you. And, can you, tell the world where you're from?
Okay. From Kenya, Kiambu County. We've got so many counties here. I'm in the central region of Kenya, a place called Kiambu County. I've been a student for social work. I take care of kids and I just love my job. I love everything I do. And my goal and my core task is to motivate, at least pick the souls from down to a place where they can feel motivated and feel they are productive in their own zones, and no matter how they are. Yeah.
Right. And can you tell the world what is your career that you do? What type of career do you do? Are you a teacher or what do you do?
Okay, I'm a social worker.
Oh wow. Okay.
So my work is to, when we get the kids from the rescue from the government, at least we motivate them, we give care to them, because these are kids who are neglected by parents. Some are defiled. Currently, I'm having 3 cases of minors who have been defiled by villagers, neighborhood, all those. The community is it's not safe for kids. So what I normally do whenever they come, there's counseling session, there's the care session, there is all those things, and then making them feel at home, at least giving them a place. This is your room, this is a bed. So it is about the motherly love and the care they need. We have to fill the gap that was lost when they were left by the parents or when the issues came, violence. So we take care of them.
Right. As far as like with your career, are you married? Do you have children? Can you kind of tell the world about that?
Okay, I'm not married. I don't have children. Maybe someday I'll have my own. I'm planning on that. It's never late.
Your smile. I love it. You're like, I'm too busy for what I do.
I know there's still a man out there for me, and someday I'll get married and have my own family. Yeah, and take care of my own people as I have been taking care of others. Yeah.
Right. Now you mentioned that you're a social worker, and you how many of the community do you help in your community daily?
Okay, we have 30 kids from the age of 3 years to 17 years. So we take care of those ones. just that in this community, everybody here, we are around 40. But for the kids who they need the care of a social worker, there are 30 of them. Right. So it's work and you have to do it, because where will you take them? You have to do it, and it's work and you have to.
Are many of them part of the disability community as well?
No, here I'm just by myself currently. Right. In our government, there is that rule of, in your community, at least you have to have one person with disability because of the inclusivity issues. So in this community, I'm just by myself here.
Right. Now, you mentioned about with the government, about with the inclusive issues are going on. Now, how they advance, like American laws with the ADA disability laws for the disability rights, or can you tell the world where your country stands right now, how advanced your country has improved?
Okay, currently I can say there is a lot of improvement. Before I came here, I was a student at a college, one of the colleges here in our country. And the moment they started the inclusivity issues, they had to include all the PWDs, whether you are wheelchair use out of your spine injury, spine bifida, any form of disability. So what happened? We used to have the issue of you are located in a classroom where you can't access, and they came in, we got lamps, we got everything, we got washrooms for the PWDs. Before the way that they were doing construction, it was not friendly. You could see and say, this is a washroom for PWD, but you can't access it. These are class for a PWD upstairs. You can't access it because of the stairs. People would lift you up, kind of like a luggage, like a sack of potatoes, but at least now the things have changed. Actually, anybody who wants to complain as a PWD, they are complaining because they have not seen anything done. And maybe they are complaining from their comfort zone. But when you move out there, make them aware. Unless you make them aware, know that, yes, you have done this, but it's not good for me. I can't access. We need to do this. So the improvement is there and it is ongoing. The same thing when I came here, there was no ramp where I could access maybe the dining for the kids, the room, everything, and all that was done. So I think it's a matter of you PWD making them know, but there's still a long way to go. But I appreciate what is done, because everything cannot be done at once.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know that it's still ongoing on the inclusion in every sector of business, especially in America, trying to get more people employed, and also getting them off the streets as well because of the homeless issue that's been an epidemic in the United States. I was wondering, how has it affected your country with the homelessness of the disabled community, and or is there a lack of?
Okay, we've been having the issues of homelessness, but this one for us, what usually happens, maybe like for me, you see, I acquired my injury when I was working. So when I was an adult, let me say that. Sometimes, so when you go to hospital, you are rehabilitated. So the relatives want to see you back with your legs. They want to see you back with your legs, the way you were walking, the way you were doing your things. But it comes a time and the occupation therapist will say, no, for now, she can't walk. She'll be here for a certain period of time. So what you'll do, we'll start home rehabilitation. Sometimes that one relatives don't buy. So you find you are abandoned in the hospital. Maybe you end up in a home rescue. Mm-hmm. So it has affected people a lot, and mostly for those who have born with conditions. Maybe you are taken to school, but it comes a day when the schools are closing. You see that relatives, they don't want to pick you. So the issue of homelessness, and for me, it does not come with the pandemics. It comes with the kind of acceptance and the barrier. Acceptance That is, and these are the reason why this happened, like especially in my community, in my tribe. Let me say my tribe. There's thing of you've become disabled. Yeah, we don't need you. You'll burden us. Maybe you'll make our family look like we are cursed. So the issue comes with rejection. Yeah. And that's why we have to do more about awareness things. Awareness. Make these people know. And the illiteracy behind everything. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, I want us to continue to keep fighting for our rights as hard as we can, and advocate for others. It's not just us individually, but for as a whole, because disability is forever ongoing. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. You start to get old and your body breaks down, and you become disabled. You can't walk. Your back hurts.
Yeah.
And people seem to forget that, or they don't want to claim those disabilities, out loud, or say, "Oh no, I'm not," because it's as a matter of the feeling of pride, as you call it, because you've been used to being able-bodied for so many years, and all of a sudden, I got
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Going ahead.
Okay, I think we have to change the mentality that despite you're confined on a chair, or you have whatever disability you have, your brains are doing things for you. You don't have to be seen on the street walking, doing things so that they can see you are productive. From where you are, there is internet. Like now, we are connecting and we are together. From where you are, you can you can work with your phone, you can work everything. And I don't know who told people that for them to see you productive or doing something that is building the society, you have to be there out on the street, jump, whatever, screaming, doing those things. No, we have achieved a lot from these chairs, from our wheelchairs, from our whatever the assertive devices we use. Yeah, I usually tell them, I don't work, but my brains work on my behalf.
Right. I want to kind of segue on some questions with you personally. Can you kind of tell the world, discuss about your journeys as a disabled individual, like the positive and negatives from your experience in the world? Has it been, all good, or just been a mixture of positive and negative experiences?
Okay, the journey was not, at the beginning, it was not easy for me. I even felt like quitting. It was not easy for me because now, you see, you've been involved in an accident. You have lost the mobility of everything. Your mobility of voice, brother, mobility of walking. You see, these people have not seen such. They don't know anything like that. And now you are here, you are burdened, you want to be, everything needs to be done to you. Right. Everything needs to be done to you. So it was not easy. It was not easy at all. Yeah, the beginning was not easy at all. But now I quitted and said, no, I'm not going to listen to these narratives. I'm not going to listen to them. They even told me, don't post yourself on Facebook. What are you showing people? Oh, what are you showing people about our family? Don't post yourself there. Why did your brother? Yeah, it was that way, Tree. I'll tell you, it was that way. So my brother bought me a smartphone, because I used to stay lonely in my sick bed. So the moment he bought me a smartphone, I could join Facebook, see people on wheelchair, and wonder. So my relatives I'll tell me it will only take me a month and I'll be dead. So I'm seeing people, they have been on wheelchair for years. Why me? And if it's okay, then Let it come. So the moment my brother bought me a smartphone, I joined on social media. Then at least there I started picking myself from what was poured in my heart.
Right.
There was a lot of things I don't like to call, but I decided these are people. They're using the wheelchairs. I'm not the first one. Neither will I be the last one. I'll fight. And it was a battle. Considering that you don't have parents who can defend you. You don't have parents who can say, no, this is my daughter. I'll stand with her. Let her do what she wants. So it was a matter of aunt and cause. What are you doing with your phone? No, why did your brother buy your phone? What are you posting? What a wheelchair is not a good thing for people to see. But I said no. And from there is when I got a chance, somebody to sponsor me to school. I went to school and I left them. From moving to home to school, moving to home to a spinal cord hospital where they rehabilitated me, that was another journey of positivity. Mm-hmm. I met people younger than me, small girls. Tell me, what are you saying? You think you'll walk tomorrow? We have been here, so just bear with the situation. Come, let's take you for a walk. And we could walk. So I started rolling my wheelchair, washing myself, I didn't have a life before, doing things for myself, everything. And I even started enjoying it. So I was like, so it's not that way, it is this way. You see, when you are in a situation and you are just by yourself, what is whispered to you is what you buy.
Right.
But when you are in a situation and somebody else in the same situation, what they tell you now, that is, you take it, that is the correct one. So I went for rehabilitation. I was told, now, don't expect to walk. Your spine has been affected. It can take you time. But just bear with it. And I accepted everything. And when they came to hospital, I told them, doctor said this and this and this. So it's either I'm yours or I'm not yours. And from there, I went to school. I joined for my diploma those 3 years. And since then, I've never gone back home. I'm here in the orphanage. I found my own home. And from here, I'm moving to my home where I'll be married. So...
You will. I love your smile. You have a beautiful smile. Yeah.
So what I can advise people is, don't listen to those voices, the negative one. Don't. Be positive. As long as you are breathing, you have a life and you have another day to change the situation. Nowadays, they see me online and this is our girl. And I say, yeah, it's your girl, the one you rejected, but it's okay. So you have a lot of potential to prove everybody what you think is not that you there.
I totally agree with you. I think so many people get so absorbed, on social media or not even just social media or the internet itself, but just life itself. And they forget the simple things of, thinking positive, gratitude.
Yeah.
Just like being grateful that you were able to get up that day and say, thank you. I'm grateful I got up. I may have just some oatmeal in my cabinet and some canned soup in my cabinet, but I'm grateful I got at least something to eat for the day.
Yeah.
Most people complain about that.
Yeah, after that, I lost some relatives. Since my injury, I lost some relatives, and they were coming to be like, I wish they were injured like Fidelis. We could be seeing them here. And I told them, yeah, it's life. Don't worry. Yeah, it's life.
Have you lost relatives from the effects from COVID?
Yeah.
Have you? I know I lost family from the effects from COVID. Have you?
No, I don't. I just lost friends, not relatives. Just friends. Yeah.
I know it's been that's been another global epidemic that's been going on. With so many people, either getting long haul COVID or passing away from it. However, I always tell everyone to just still be careful out there because, whatever is going on is still lingering out there. I know a lot of people don't believe this out there, but, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to take any chances. I'll, do what I have to do to, I'm like, no.
Even here. Yeah, even here when I'm in public, I usually mask up because you see we have issues with our immune system. You have to mask up, protect yourself because it's you who knows yourself.
Take your vitamins, like take those vitamins every day.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that or get so absorbed in, whatever. Oh, I'll just have here's my, drink or something. That's my vitamin. I'm like, yeah, okay. But, getting on, segueing into some other questions, I want to, talk about like who challenged you besides yourself, who challenged you to move forward with your life? Was it like, now, was it just friends or both a combination of friends and family or a community of other people? Like, maybe like you saw a counselor or somebody. Could you tell the world that?
Okay, the people who challenged me are the people who I used to see on Facebook. So one girl is another girl, the one I met in the rehabilitation center. A young girl, she was just 17, and she was like, it has just happened to you. It happened to me like 10 years ago. Yes, those days I used to feel pain, but I've been doing this. You see, the moment I was introduced to a catheter, I don't know what is a catheter. And I was like, what is this now? How will I cope with it? No, I don't want it. She used to tell me, no, I've been using this for the rest of my life. Since I was involved in an accident, I've been using this to empty my urine. And if you don't, you'll fall sick. So that was a milestone. Me accepting that I'll have to use this catheter, it was a milestone for me. Another thing, it was issues to do with my boils. You're constipated, you have issues, and I was, no, I need to end this thing. I need to end this suffering. And she would like, no, Fidelis, no, I do this and this. So every night, every morning, she could come in my bed and tell me, so what do you want? I'm unable to do this and this. Oh, it's very simple. You do this and this. So it went on like that. It went on like that, and these are just simple things. These are just simple things. At least I could spend a day without pain. I spend a day without pain, no stress, nothing. A week without pain, nothing. Just the minimal, no more spinal pain. A month ago, no pain. And it went like that. Just some girls, small girls on wheelchairs, the ones who challenged me until I saw it. No, I have to make things work. And before my accident, I was preparing to join school for a course. So I was like, I have to go for it. I'll have to go for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's how I made it.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I know you're in Kenya, and like I would say, a lot of even though there's prejudice on a different form, all around the world, but I would say in the U.S. is much more predominant, based directly upon, not only just economic, but our skin color, and other elements that people stereotype as stuff. The biggest thing that I find here in the United States, especially with within the BIPOC disabled community, what we've gone through and what we're still going through and what we're tackling with, and I just was wondering how, how you guys have been viewing this issue that we've been dealing with in America.
Okay, one thing, the issue has been there. These people, they will always look upon you as like a burden, as a beggar, as a time waster, and what are you doing? What gain are you having. We can't sit down and listen to you. What do you know? So I don't know who told them they have to generalize disability. I don't know who told them that.
Mm-hmm.
So when they see you with a certain disability, they see you as you are inferior. You can't make it. You are like, you have to be packed somewhere in a corner where the rest are there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that thing has been there. It has been there. But the moment us people as disability have decided, no, we'll just stay in the village for them to cook for us, feed us, wash for us. No. The moment we decided to voice ourselves, raise voice, talk, move to schools, move to everywhere, to churches, make them know, at least things have changed. For me, I've been having issues. Anytime some people meet me, they be like, get this coin, buy yourself something. You can even buy yourself a snack. They'll even give you $1 and they'll be like, I know you are poor. Just go buy yourself something. You can buy yourself airtime. You can buy yourself a snack. And I'm like, why do you beat me like this? Do you know I'm working hard to give? I don't need to be given. Sometimes they'll scratch your back. Maybe you are seated somewhere on a matatu. Somebody is behind you. Somebody will scratch your back. And then when you look, there are some coins. You didn't beg. You didn't beg. I wonder, who told you I need these things? Who told you? I don't need those.
In the world that, it's really important that we need to still address the issue that's going on in the world. And it's kind of like just wait until you come back till the world can actually, hear more of your voice and seeing your beautiful face. And what you're saying is very powerful and true, about how how society is reflecting on the disabled community, how we reflect on ourselves, as disabled individuals, and how we, treat each other that are, all, individuals who are able-bodied, who treat the disabled community. It's an ongoing discussion that needs to be addressed and we need to come as a unity and make some change and progress. Would you tend to agree on that? Yeah.
We need to come together. We fight for it. We have to. Yeah, that is the only way. It's the only way. And I've been seeing there are these PWDs. Sometimes there are some organizations that they come together, join hands with the PWDs. Then they do forum sessions, and mostly the people who have their relatives with disabilities. At least things are changing. But there are still some who needs to be aware about it. Yeah, things have been changing.
Right. I do have to say, a lot of people have this misconception that disabled people don't want to work or don't want to do anything, and that's not accurate. Maybe there are some people who have gotten used to, having that, I would say, coddled, and they go, okay, I'll just, take my little money, from the government and just, but honestly, it's not all of this. It's not, I wouldn't just say it's, entirely all the entire disabled community, because I think everyone wants to be important part of something, doing something, being benefiting, especially, the biggest misconception is, that people assume, you're not, if you start to work, you're mooching off the government. It's like, no, I'm only allowed to work a certain amount of hours, and then the rest of the money that I was supposed to get for that whole month, they give that to me, but I can only work a small amount of hours, and that's it. And people don't seem to understand that we still, when you're working, even though small amount of hours, and you get your paycheck, you still got to pay taxes. So we're still putting back into the system, and no one seems to get that whole logic.
Sure.
You know, and I'm pretty sure that you're dealing with that there over in Africa as well.
Yeah, we have been dealing with the issues. Actually, there have been the issue of the begging on streets have been high. But you know why? It's not because the PWDs want to beg. Your relatives will pick you with your wheelchair. They go place you in a certain street. And you have to beg because if you don't take something to home, they'll reject you. So that thing have been there, but it's not now. Those days, before we started to discuss about the rights of a disabled person, those things have been there. Anytime their family had a disabled person, they'll use them for gain and for their greediness. Right. Maybe there's a function somewhere, go beg, they'll give you money. So we have been trying to change that mentality of begging. It has been very high of begging, but at the end of it all, you find somebody who knows what he wants with their life and beg. So mostly it's for the elderly. Maybe the elderly has been they are left home with their grandchildren. They can't work, so they'll send these street kids to the street at least to get a coin for something. While their mamas, they are out there doing wild things. But currently we are working. Actually, there are PWDs who are working and living life more than the normal people, and they be like, you see that person, he's been this and he has been this, and now you see. So the mentality is changing. Actually, it is changing. But not everybody can change at a go. Not everybody. Mm-hmm. Not everybody. Mm-hmm. I think they'll stop giving me those coins. Sometimes I wonder, do you look at me and see like I look like the coins you give me?
You look good. I love it.
So they'll stop giving me those
cute.
coins.
I love it. I have very thin hair. I wish I could wear my hair like that. I just wear my hair in a hair wrap, and No, that's the look nowadays. What are you talking about? That's cute, dude.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question in regards to, as you reflect on your current life and back from your childhood, what can you share with the world to follow from your experience?
Well, what? Kindly come again, kindly.
Yeah, as you reflect from your whole entire life, from present to past, what can you share with the world to follow in your footsteps to do better, or from your advice to do better?
The advice I can give them, whether disabled or not, you have to get yourself from that cocoon, that circle of I can't. You see that small circle where you are comfortable, you are everything, and don't be happy when people are giving you. Try so that you can give. So you have to get yourself from that cocoon of I'm okay. You'll never be okay. You have to go achieve more, be somebody, at least so that by the end of the day, you'll feel, yes, my day was full. I was full. I did this and this and this. And more so, doing things for people. I'm not saying you forget about yourself and do things for people. I'm saying like charity work, being there for the less fortunate, doing those things. And remember, people will come and tell you, yes, I know how you're feeling. Maybe I'll see what I can do for you. Let nobody do it for you. Do it for yourself. Let nobody do it for you. Do it for yourself. Yeah, struggle. I don't know the words that I can use, but I know you can see what I mean. Yeah, get it for yourself. Yeah, it's your life. It's you understand. Yeah, it's you who understands yourself better. So go get it for yourself. You want a career? Go. Go fight for it. Go get it yourself. Yeah. Don't say, I'm okay. I have this. I've been given this. I'm being given this. No. Let's be people who can achieve more.
Exactly.
And above all, don't forget about your health. Your health should be your first priority. You are not feeling good, take care of your health. Your health. It is the one that without good health, you can't work. If you want a job, you can't work without good health. So take good care of yourself. Your health, your first priority.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the world will talk everything. But I usually say something. You see, when people talk, it's like a meal on the table. So it's you have to choose what you'll feed your minds with. What you'll feed your minds with, it's you who you have to choose. You don't have to listen to people, but what you feed yourself with, that one is the one who will decide whether you will go a step ahead or you backslide a step backward. Yeah. Feed yourself with positivity, positive things. Don't be like, I don't look good. Oh, I think I'm not feeling okay. No. No, you're okay in your own ways.
There you go.
You're okay. You are beautiful in your own ways.
There you go. And I'm going to segue on that. What you just stated there is all about, being your authentic self, finding your community where you can find your authentic swag on. I call it that vibe. Yeah. Get involved in the world and be actively involved in helping others. And like you said, gratitude, be thankful for what you got, be thankful for what you're in be in the present, in the moment, because people are so quick to, be so combative, be so hatred, be so mean-spirited, be so quick to be angry, or create vindictive behavior amongst it. It goes on and on, rather than that person focusing on themselves to be better. And just look, I made mistakes in the past of X, Y, and Z. I didn't go to school, or I didn't do that. But you know what? I want to be better now. I want to help others, succeed. I want to stop putting my own self in my own head. It's not about me. It's about the whole world. And people forget that. I want to be able to ask this final question to you, and I want you to. You can give me one sentence or two, but I want you to really just think about this. Your answer. Can you tell the world what disability isn't to you?
Yeah, my network tree. Come again, kindly. Again, my network.
Okay. Can you tell the world what disability isn't to you?
Disability is not what defines me. It's not what defines me. Actually, I don't think I don't call myself disabled. I don't. It's only that I'm using a wheelchair. It's not a definition of me. I'm full of life.
Exactly.
And somebody told me we are all disabled in our own ways. There's somebody who is walking, not in a wheelchair. But if something drops down, I'll be the first one to pick that thing. For him, I see, you see? I did that experiment with a friend of mine. Is normal. She don't have a disability, but we had to throw something on the floor. I think keys. I went down and picked them very comfortably. I didn't have issues, but for them, Fidelis, how will I get them? I said, you see your disability? Yeah. So let's not see disability, the ones which is physical. Let's see one thing.
Right.
One human being.
Right. I totally agree. You know, I know you and I have did public speaking before, you know, on the Global World Show, and you know, and you know, I know you and I have our passion and desire to keep this mission going. You know, doesn't matter who we are, where we are, parts of the world, continue to join forces to make things better, you know, for all of us, because, you know, even though we may have our views about politics and so forth, we still need to come together because, you know, each day we wake up, you know, we got to still have to figure out how to feed ourselves, still have to figure out how to put the, you know, pay the rent, you know, you know, and set aside some of our differences about race and economic status.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah. And is that's one of the kids there? Is that one of the kids over there? Is that one of the kids over there next to you?
Yeah, he was about to talk, but I told them no, they went. You see, this is their school.
Oh, it's beautiful over there. I wanted to see the baby. Oh, man.
You know, I had to chase them away because they'd be like, teacher, who is that? They can't keep quiet. But I'll send you a photo of them. They are there up. They are doing their washing.
Wow. Well, you know what? I really want to say I appreciate you coming on the show and just taking the time. You know, I know you got to get back to the babies and stuff, and making sure, you know, they you know,
Come, Kujani, they are coming.
Yeah. So but again, I want to say thank you because it's really it's really important for so many people to understand your voice, you know, and your mission, you know, where you're going on in Africa, and you know, and continue that fight. And thank you so much.
Just come and say hi.
Hello there. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Hi. Oh, so beautiful. Hello there. You guys have a good day? Yeah. He's like, yeah.
They are happy.
Yeah. You know, again, thank you so much. I will be speaking to you soon. This is Phenomenal Disabilities with Trilo. Until next time, see ya.